Hey, Doug Upstone for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily, and today is August the 31st, the final day of August. We're all done with August. We're on to September as of tomorrow. But yesterday we got our first really pretty good taste of college football, and I ended up myself. I had a winner with Northwestern, so that was good. Start the season 2-0. Always like to do that. Joe D'Amico, I know, also started 2-0 with, or actually also had Northwestern, so he had a winner with that one as well. And so that was good. And Dennis Macklin had Tulane plus the 7.5. So he had a winner with them. Had to go to overtime to get it. Okay, even though it looked pretty good, but he got it. Okay, so that's all good. Hey, now I want to tell you, as of right now, I have 14 free picks for you right now. 14, not 1 or 2 or even 5 like someplace. I got 14 of them. It would take me 20 minutes to go through all of them, so I'm not going to do that to you. Okay, so what I'm going to suggest for you to do is to go to the Vegas Pro Insiders Daily website. You can check them out. Okay, I will give you some right now, a variety of games, but there's also other information, because what I've done, if you saw the other day, is that I basically did a preview, an early look at all these, at a number of games. Plus, now I've added new games along with this to boot. So that's how we get all the way to 14. So I on the newer games, I just cover, like I always do, the same information. But on previous games, I give you an update on each and every game, what's changed, what's been added. Some games, they maybe had the side, and now the total's also been adjusted. And so you get all that. Okay, plus, I'm going to also let you know, for those that like to bet against the public, I'm giving you the 5 biggest public sides and the 5 biggest public totals, okay, that you can follow and make your own choices accordingly. So those are also, okay, on the website. You get all that, and it's all free, okay? That's a tough deal, my friend, to beat, okay? You can still sign up. People are still calling, emailing me, whatever, to become Vegas Pro Insiders Daily members, whether it be the $39.99 package or the $99.90 package. They're just calling, and they're signing up. Now's your chance. Do it. Get on board. We got lots of winners coming your way. I just told you about a couple of them, and we're going to keep it rolling this weekend. All right, so let's get started with some free picks. Colorado State is playing Colorado in Denver in their annual rivalry game, which used to be a pretty big deal. Both teams have have come down a little bit, so it's not as big a deal. That's going to be on the CBS Sports Network is what it's going to be. Now, Colorado State last week, they had no answers for Hawaii's offense, which was not supposed to be all that great. Now, it was very good last week, okay, but it wasn't highly touted by any stretch. And that's the main reason why the Rams have gone from +6 up to +7.5, and the total has climbed 4 points to 65.5. Now, Colorado has dominated this game the last 2 years, especially on defense. They've really taken control of it because of their superior athleticism, and I think that's going to continue in this spot. So I think Colorado's the play, but I think Colorado State has enough passing in their offense to where they could at least make this interesting and certainly push the total. So I actually like the total more for Friday night on this game than I like the side. All right. Moving ahead to Saturday, Fox is at high noon Eastern time. He's got Florida Atlantic against Oklahoma. Now in this game, there seems to be no ceiling on the total. And because it started at 65.5. Now, granted, it opened a while ago, but it's now up to 72, and at this point, there's no stopping it. Maybe this is it. I don't know, but there hasn't been, so far. I'm a little concerned about it in this regard, because I think that the 2 new quarterbacks, who are expected to be quite good, by the way, but that's over the long term, not necessarily game 1 of the season. And looking at my numbers, I could go either way on the side here with where that's at. But as far as the total, I got a total of 41-24 Oklahoma, which, was pretty low, and right where the original number was, to be perfectly honest. And Florida Atlantic is 23-10 under on the September road. So you know what? I'm inclined to take the under 72, okay, on that game. And we'll see where we end up at, okay, on that. Another game that's out there is Akron against Nebraska. Now, this is kind of interesting. Now, Nebraska fans, I think, I'm not sure, I think they know that Scott Frost can't walk on water, but maybe they think he can. Now this game went from 20 opening line up to 25.5 when I wrote the article the other day, and now it's up to 26. Okay, on this one. Now the Zips come into this one 0-7 when the total is between 49.5 and 56. Now, the Children of the Corn, which by the way is a cheap Rhys Davis impersonation reference, whatever you want to call it. But in this one, I got a feeling that Scott Frost really wants to lay the wood and make a big impression with the locals. He knows the territory, and I think he wants to do that. Okay, so I think the 26. I think they can cover the 26 points on this one. I wouldn't be at all surprised if they get to 50. Okay, in terms of total points scored. Now, the last game I got for you is, I think, a pretty interesting one. It's going to be late night, and at least certainly Eastern, 11 o'clock, with Navy at Hawaii. It's going to be on the CBS Sports Network. Rainbow Warriors, as I mentioned earlier, they look good. I mean, I'm not saying Colorado State's good. Okay, I'm not going there at all. But Hawaii's offense was sharp. They put up, I think it was 618 yards of offense, including 199 on the ground. I'm not saying they're going to do that against Navy, but I think they'll move the ball. And that impression that they made is why the Rainbow Warriors have gone from plus 15 down to plus 10, and the total is up 3 points to 62. You know what? I got no problem taking the over on this one. I think this is going to be this one's going to be in the 70s. I think I really do. I think both teams are going to score plenty of points. However, Navy is a great road team, primarily as an underdog, but a great road team for 2.5 decades, I think it is. I mean, I think they're 81-41 on the road. Okay, so they're just absolutely fantastic. And Hawaii, after they've given up 475 or more yards, and by the way, their defense is not very good. After they have given that up, they're 0-6 against the spread recently. So that's what you got. So hey, this is Doug Upstone. Have a fantastic Labor Day weekend. I certainly plan to. I hope you do. I hope it's profitable. I'm expecting mine to be profitable. I'm expecting all the experts at the VPID Inner Circle to be very profitable. So we're looking forward to get off to a great start. I hope you do too. So like I said, have a tremendous weekend. This is Doug Upstone for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily. I am